They tend to procrastinate things, people with low self-esteem, because they are scared that what if I do this thing and I don't get it? What if it doesn't turn out as good as I want? What if people make jest of me or that kind of thing? So they are not confident in themselves. Throughout my secondary school, I was passing. I was always first position. I felt like I was a scholar. So I got to 100 level, and the syllabus was just too much for me. Like, I was not a fast reader, so covering everything was hard. I had to do night classes. Sometimes I would not understand. I went through a lot at 100 level. Then my result came out 100 level. I had first semester, I had 2Ds. Hey! Comparing themselves to like other people, that's using other people as the yardstick to measure their own success. Anxiety, depression, wanting other people's approval on everything. Like, is this good enough? They don't believe in themselves, so they believe until they show somebody and they'll be like, it's good, before they actually believe in it. Then I think one thing that is very obvious in that person is people pleasing. They always want to do things to please other people. They want to be in everybody's good book, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think those are the symptoms that I've observed in the person.
Of low self-esteem.
So
you felt like I was in a TEDx class.
Yeah, just listening.
I feel like I'll be good at those things, just I want to be like Mel Robbins.
Symptoms. Me, I'll say I don't know any symptoms, sha.
Why, you've never met
Because,
somebody that has
yes,
low self-esteem?
And I don't have low self-esteem.
Deeply.
Which is a sign
Of low self-esteem.
Yeah. When you notice that someone is feigning bravado or confidence.
Too much.
Yeah. And you can almost just tell that they are doing too much. This is not congruent to who they really are. So I think that's another sign of low self-esteem. But we could go on and on and on and on, because there are lots and lots of signs. But the thing is, if you're observant enough, when you see it, you know. So low self-esteem is one of those things that when you see.
It's not every time, Some people can mask things. And some of them appear to be like the most confident people in the world. Like, before they do something, when they enter a room, they lead conversations. But most of them actually do that because they don't want to be led. You get. So when you appear that you are in charge, it's easier for people to believe you. So it's like this fake life image kind of.
I don't know if I follow you, but I think it goes back to what I was saying, that you notice that this person is doing too much. Like, let's say in a guy dynamic, you notice that these two friends, when they're around a girl, this particular one is making jokes
unnecessarily.
That shows, of course, he's trying to come across as this confident person by putting his friend down. Yeah, or showing his own dominance
over the guy.
So that's what I mean by sometimes they are. I don't know if it's what you're describing as well. That this person is trying to come across as this confident person.
Yeah, it might actually be a sign of low self-esteem. I think another thing is overthinking and not believing in yourself. I don't know. I think like a lot of creative people actually suffer from imposter syndrome when you feel like whatever it is you are doing is not good enough. But I just think it's just low self-esteem. Like, you are thinking, hey, what if I fail? I might not get this thing right. So instead of like putting in the work and trying your best at it, you are postponing. They tend to procrastinate things, people with low self-esteem, because they are scared that what if I do this thing and I don't get it? What if it doesn't turn out as good as I want? What if people make jest of me or that kind of thing? So they are not confident in themselves.
Most times it might be people you grow around with, or how you the environment you grow up in. Some persons will be termed as good for nothing. Just from birth, somebody just look at you and say, nothing good will come out of this person. So to you, no matter how hard you try, you just feel like,
that thing is kind of ingrained in your
because it's already in your brain that people has made you feel like you cannot do anything better. You're next to zero. So I feel environment to influences and people.
The environment will bring
especially the home. The home, see, that's why these days when I see the kind of women that some men are dating, I just shake my head, because you cannot underestimate the importance of a mother in a child's life. When your child, when something happens to your child outside, it's the mother the child will come and tell, mommy, they did this. Yet, this boy said my head is too big. This person called me ugly. This person made jest of my name. So it depends on how that mother now reacts to those things that would determine how the guy is going to, how the child is going to feel. So if they say, oh, outside now, they call your child.
How do you suggest that they react to it? Would you say that they protect them from those things?
No, not protect them, but teach them. Like
there's a way. It's like a soundproof. You wear them be soundproof to not pay too much.
Don't care.
Yeah. My dad really excelled at that because I don't know, you observe now that my head is not exactly small. So,
that ego must be boosted.
Everything that he knew that my peers would make fun of me for, he was making fun of it. Like while we were at home.
Yeah.
Made me develop thick skin.
So you're like, not we would never hear before. There was this clip that went viral on Twitter. The girl's name is Otutochukwu, Igbo name. The mother is Asian, the father is Nigerian. So the girl was not like, she doesn't like her Igbo name, that they are making jest of her in school. So the mother was not like, do you know the meaning of your name? God's love, this, that. She was sharp putting wishi salt inside that. If they don't know how to pronounce her name in school, that's their problem. It's none of our business. So at the end of the video, the girl was like, Otutochukwu. So I was like, that kind of child now, whenever she goes to school and somebody is making fun of her, and they'll be like, you are dumb for not being able to pronounce my name. You know, she's not going to feel bad that she has an Igbo name. That's how you boost your child's self-esteem. Like, nothing is wrong with you if the word has a problem. That's the word's problem.
If you don't have people that want to walk you through it, what will you do as a person? How will you come out of it on your own?
So I think it's established that everybody here has high self-esteem, right? Right? Why are you guys looking at me? Currently, exactly. So, but I believe like we all went through like a phase where we were not so confident about ourselves, where we felt like we were not enough for some certain things. Will you tell us like of those times? What have you ever experienced that like times you felt like your esteem was really low?
I think it happened to me as a teenager. Yeah, like when I got into school in my room. So, and you know that there are certain behavioral tendencies you exhibit as a teenager. There are people that are in their 20s, people that stayed at home for like 5 years.
They won't do,
Yeah, they won't do, and they'll be like, where is this coming from? And they make you feel stupid, they make you feel, so I think that was a phase for me. Like where I struggled with low self-esteem. Like, you always, because in any relationship, like, you guys are like 4 guys, or you guys are just roommates, mentally you know that there is a hierarchy.
Definitely. Always. There is always. Yeah, you know unconsciously.
I don't know if it's the same for women too.
It's the same actually.
Yeah, so to be at the bottom of it, it felt a certain way. And yes, when I was dealing with a bit of dysmorphia, like there was this period, if you grew up as an attractive child, everybody was always telling you how good looking you are. Yes. Then you get to a stage, then there is this, maybe as a result of puberty or sudden weight loss, you're not as good looking as you were. And that holds out for years, and you always derived your esteem from superficial reasons. Yeah. I think that was another phase too.
Yeah.
Growing up, I faced it a lot. Sometimes I would just say my home as well, because I was a play child who never took my books seriously. So people will in turn feel like, that one, nothing, ain't go fail. I had nobody to tell me that you could do it, Nobody believed it. So I was struggling.
But God did.
So I was struggling with it myself. I was this child that I was always trying to prove a point, because I know people don't believe that I will be good. So in anything I do, I will try to be too careful and try to be the best out of it, because I feel like obviously people know that I won't come out well.
So you had a point.
I had a point to prove up till secondary school. When I went to a boarding house, there's this lady around me that time. She told, when I was going, she said, "This one go go, no go take, I go come back."
Subhanallah.
Because I love playing a lot, so they felt I could not stay in that boarding house circle.
Wow.
So when I went there, sometime I actually wanted to run, but when I remember that woman's voice in my head,
like, nah.
I said, I'm going to die here. So actually, their voices in my head helped me. It didn't weigh me down per se, but it was helping me fight my low self-esteem. It didn't let me give up.
No.
Every time I want to give up, I'd be like, if I go home, that woman will say, hey, I talk her now. You go come back. So I really wanted to prove that point, and then
you couldn't let your hitters win.
No, I couldn't let them win for no second. So I had to stay. At the point when my dad dropped me, because my dad had this thing, he just went there, dropped my bags, and then he didn't even hand it. You know, some people would be like, I know somebody in this school.
And
let me go and hand you what.
Like
They just dropped my bag, my everything. The next thing I saw was I just saw there's this thing behind my dad's car. I just saw it with the brake lights. That was the end. I turned around, I looked at the fence. I was like, God, how am I going to cope?
This wasn't GS1.
GS1, no.
Cohort.
One tall senior come say, carry his bag, follow me. I just come in, very small. Yeah. I was wondering how I'm going to cope. Where are they taking me to? I never knew. When I was going, I just saw this brother that God sent to me. He just looked at me and said, the senior was his mate. Said, go and drop his bag in my apartment. I was like, okay. That was how I was saved in the boarding house. So the guy was like the health prefect. That was my school father. So he really took care of me like a brother. He was the person that put me through, teaching me how to go through some readings and all. Because I was a play child, so I could barely even study. All in my head is go and play football. So he guided me through the phase of my life.
And that helped you.
That helped me a lot, yes, very, very well.
Both the bad down our people esteem.
Both the bad comment. No, both the bad comment and the good ones.
When it comes to self-esteem, a support system is always good. For me, I've always had a bloated ego thanks to my mom. But when I think life decided to show me Shege was in 100 level. Hey! So, throughout my secondary school, I was passing. I was always first position. I felt like I was a scholar. So I got to Unilor 100 level, and the syllabus was just too much for me. Like, I was not a fast reader, so covering everything was hard. I had to do night classes. Sometimes I would not understand. I went through a lot at 100 level. Then my result came out 100 level. First semester, I had 2 Ds. Hey! I had 2 Ds. I passed, but I had 2 Ds. And my CGPA was less than 4.0. I was like, bye-bye to first class. So at that point, I felt like I was not good enough. And all my intelligence in secondary school was just Adubo level, like local level. That I really had to. You get, so I really had to sit up. I sought help. All the boys that were in my school that time, the ones that I saw that they had A or more. Clean sheet.
Girls, you're not having A in your school.
You know, the thing about girls is they have pride. So asking a lady for help would have been more stressful. I had to put my shoulder down and maybe ask people for academic help. So I think that kind of bruised my ego because I was the one that used to offer the help, you get. So yeah, that was the first instance. Then I got my CGPA together and I think I felt better. I felt okay. I concluded that I just wasn't used to the system. So the time that my low self-esteem got really bad was, I think, 200 level. British parliamentary debate. Now that time I realized there are no guesses. I was so dumb. You know when somebody sees you speaking and you're like, I like the way you speak. I think you'd be a good debater. That kind of, I felt like I was scouted because people joined from the beginning and all that. So somebody saw me, a member saw me, and I felt like, okay, let's bring this girl in. They took me there. And it turns out that they only gave you 5 to 8 minutes to prepare for whatever topic you're supposed to talk about. So you're asking me, why was the amalgamation of Nigeria done Kiniko in 19 Kiniko? I have 5 minutes to prepare. I had nothing about these things. So I realized that it's not something that you build in a day. It's something that you are supposed to have an idea of all those things and then pick points from these things and present. Like, it just depends on how well you can articulate things that you already knew. So that's about how were you able to get your esteem back up, after the whole experience with the guys in the room and feeling like you were the one on the lower part of the hierarchy?
You're not feeling like you're the champ.
I became fine again.
How did you become fine again?
Okay, on a more serious note, the issue with low self-esteem is that it leads you down this dark path in the sense that if you're like at the bottom of the hierarchy in your friend group, it means you also lack confidence when dealing with women, right? And if you lack that confidence, sometimes when that sexual energy needs an out, you now turn to pornography.
Yeah, I get that.
So you can see how like something as basic as, or something that seems trivial like poor self-esteem has led you to this addiction. So I think the first thing I had to do was to learn self-control. Because if something breaks down like this, you have to build it from the bottom up. And when you really think about it, self-esteem, if you want to look at esteem positively, it means it's high. And for you to raise something that is high, you need to be in full control of it.
Yeah,
so that's why like self-control is a necessary prerequisite for self-esteem. And then I should also make a joke that I want to act like a professor. I don't need full leg like this. Nonetheless. So I had to learn self-control because say now you have an addiction you want to break free from. So that is porn or weight gain, like you're eating too much. Each time you lose. Each time you fail, you lose. Each time you say no to that addiction, you win.
You win, yeah.
So over time, you're building these tiny victories that adds to your
esteem. You feel better about yourself. Like, okay,
that
I
adds
did
to
something
this
right
feel
today.
good about yourself, right? And you've also built a track record of getting yourself out of difficult situations. Because sugar is addictive, porn is addictive. If you can consistently say no, it makes you feel good about yourself and what you're capable of. And if in the long run you get into a relationship, if you can, no matter how bad it feels or how difficult it is, you can take yourself from any situation. If the relationship even said in your ends, you can.
It enables you to set boundaries.
Yeah, so it's more beneficial in the long run if your esteem comes from studier stuff, sterner stuff, like being useful, being effective, being efficient.
Solving actual problems.
Yeah, solving real problems for people around you. Yeah, real life achievements, like I said earlier. So, imagine now that your mom has a problem and she calls you and you're able to
come through.
That's boost to self-esteem. I know, like, self-esteem has the word self in front of it, but it really comes from the outside, though.
People help.
People helps a lot.
Yeah, so
your relationship with
contribute.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I won't clown on people that rely on beauty.
Anybody.
No, there are people that rely on beauty for their self-esteem. Because beauty in and of itself is like a beautiful thing. But it just doesn't last very long. So that's why I would always advocate for being useful.
That's why you don't compliment my beauty so that my hair do not swell.
Yes,
I understand.
I will not clap back this time so that she can have her day. Esteem is shaking.
Getting over that phase for me was not that hard because, I told you that I was seeking my boss's help. No, I already admitted that, okay, these people are better than me. They know this thing better than me. So I think it actually helped me to be honest with myself. Like, okay, these are your strengths and these are your weaknesses. So I recognized the topics I was struggling with. I sought for help. And in the second semester, I noticed a significant improvement. So at that point, I just knew that, okay, the fact that you need help in some certain aspect doesn't mean that you are not good enough. You just don't have, you are just not strong in this aspect, and asking for help is not a problem, or does not mean that you are lower than those people. Because people that helped me with physics, I was able to help them with other topics too, other subjects too. So it's just it made me realize that, okay, asking for help doesn't make you weak, that kind of stuff. Then for the British parliamentary debate, I gave up. This thing won't run me mad. Seriously, it was a lot for me. When...
So basically, pick your battles. Huh?
Yeah, I picked my battles because there are things I'm not interested in. Secondary school level debates were just money is better than this, money is better than... They'll be telling you, okay, why should euthanasia be legalized in this part of the country? Why should killing yourself be legalized?
Killing.
So I realized that I had to spread my wings a lot. I had to read a lot of things, listen to podcasts.
I feel like people should also stay where they are accepted more. It's going to help you boost your self-esteem.
Where you have more strength.
Yeah, where you have more strength. Don't stay with people that each time you do something, they just look at you like, each time you talk, they be like, this one, and they talk. Yeah, stay with people that even though if you talk, they really want to listen to you. If you do bad on the bad day, they tell you do bad. If you do good on the good day, they say you do good. So I feel like that will help you build your self-esteem as well. Instead of just staying around people that you know that they don't want me here, but I just want to fit in, so I'm struggling to stay here.
But you know, I see statements like that a lot on social media, and my 2 cents that I add to it is that if it's just a particular set of persons that make you feel that way, yes, by all means, find new sets of persons.
Find new set of persons,
but
just avoid them.
This friend group makes you feel like this friend group makes you feel like
something's wrong with you. Yeah, you have to look internally.
All those people that have issues say yes, it's them, it's not me.
You still find people that will be backing up your nonsense.
And the thing is you being able to accept your flaws as well, just as like she said.
Yeah,
you cannot just say, because even though if people are saying this, check yourself. What's wrong with me? Why are people always saying this about me? So if you see your flaw and you are able to accept that this is my part, this is the part where I'm bad at, then I believe you can work.
But you know what area I would not even touch on as to like low self-esteem, what causes it? You know, in girls, most times you find out that those that don't have ass, I don't know, for real though.
Yes,
Like, people want to shy away from it.
That's what you want to enter me.
No. But is it a lie?
It's not a lie. Actually.
But when I was in uni, I found this clique of girls. I don't know how they do it, but they will have like 3 set of friends. They will be the third person. They'll be beautiful. The rest will be ugly. And when I turn around to stop them, the other ones that are ugly will be like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the person in the middle. And they always find their way in the middle. The other ones will be like the bouncers by the side, and they will ready to eat you up.
I think it's to make them feel good.
Yeah, but
it's to make them feel good. See, I had a girl that I'm going to consider very beautiful. You know, this kind of wow kind of beautiful. So we're friends at first in 100 level. I had a lot of friendship things that scattered. So we're friends at first. And I realized this girl only called me when she needed me to keep seat for her. You know that kind of lucky vibe. Like, she did it first time. This is the second time. Yeah, then that kind of stuff. The girl is fine, normal, but still, me say I fine. Are you they mad? So then there was a time that I texted her about something. She didn't reply. Then it was time for class in the morning. She just texted me again. Nana, I beg me keep seat. I said the seats are occupied. I just called one girl beside me to sit on the seat. The next day I didn't talk to her again. That's how I finished their friendship. So I feel like those people that feel like they are very fine find their way into people that feel like they are lesser than them, so that they can feel good. And everything you do is not like boosting their self-esteem, because you know I'm a friend. I'm your friend. We might finish class together. I'm buying what I'm buying you, what I'm giving it to you. Normal friendship thing. But in that kind of sense, it's going to feel like you are worshipping the lady. You are worshipping somebody.
And it always looks like they are the rich ones among the folks.
She's actually very rich. She's richer than me. So I avoided that energy. Come on, no, I'll go turn around girl. Because it's so small. Please buy me jollof fries and I'll pay for your own too. That's how it starts.
So if you're still with us at this point, we want to say a big thank you.
Yeah.
And
it's like time you subscribed.
Myself and my friends, we've been able to establish how the presence of insecurities leads to poor self-esteem, or the lack of self-esteem, right? Say you're not very tall. Let's say you're Nana.
You are short, you are flat.
You're in the presence of taller people. You don't feel so good about yourself.
I like my height though. What?
Okay.
My height is cute.
Okay.
No, yeah,
or say you don't have as much money as you'd like, and you're in the presence of other people around your age that are so well off.
Yeah.
It affects how you feel about yourself.
True.
Or you don't think you're good looking. You don't think your ass is fat. Because I know we want to lie to ourselves and to others that we should derive our esteem from deeper things, from studier things. But at the end of the day, we are very superficial people, humans. we like to look good. We like to look at things that look good.
Looking
and if you
good.
don't look good, it might cause you to feel bad about
Feel bad
yourself.
about yourself.
Yeah. So a friend of mine shared an analogy that these insecurities they exist as like stones, and you, a balloon. The more of these insecurities that exist, they act as 1, 2, 3, 4 stones that hold the balloon from flying as high as it could, right? So I think that's a very useful analogy for looking at esteem.
So the more things you have that you are proud of, the higher your self-esteem will be.
Yes.
I feel like one thing that I've always been able to boast of is my family. Whenever something is not going right, or whenever I'm stressed at school, at work, I just think, if I drop out now, what will my parents do? They will feed me. So that kind of gives me like peace of mind. Like anything wakes up, I will go home. That kind of stuff. So no matter what happens, it doesn't make me feel like I can't survive this. Dear viewers, there's this one thing that you have, or one thing you possess. I feel like, this thing that I have, the best. I'm the one. I'm the guy. I'm the girl. I'm the it girl. I'm the it guy. The man of the people. So, what is that thing that you have that is currently making you feel very secure? Like anything you want up, I still get this thing. We would like to know. Share them with us in the comment section. We would like to know.